If I had to pick a common theme out of the comments and emails I get concerning Moment of Clarity, it's people telling me they're just excited to see that they aren't alone. They're thrilled that someone else cares about this shit. And today's episode is simply to say, you're truly not alone. There are protests going on around the world showing that people are done being afraid of corporate warlords. Sure, the mainstream media won't cover this popular uprising. They're too busy covering the Fox News created clan bag rallies and the Botox being injected into a 5-year-old beauty queen. And if that beauty queen plays her cards right and lacks all intellectual curiosity and gets to the third round of America's Got Talent when she's 19 and then puts out an album and then puts out a movie and then puts out for a producer and then starts a successful blog, she too can one day be a respected journalist on MSNBC or CNN as long as she makes sure to avoid any and all journalism training. The mainstream media can't cover this popular awakening because you realizing you have a voice and can make a difference fucking sucks for their ratings. Half the ads on news shows are for various pills to numb you to reality, knock you out, stamp out anger, depression, sexual frustration, and regular frustration, because those things often make you want to turn off the TV and demand a better world. And a better world is a punch to the dick for Nielsen ratings, and therefore drug companies, and therefore Wall Street. I don't know about you, but I'm buying stock in the companies that produce pitchforks, slingshots, and 2x4s, sacks of doorknobs, black spray paint, and baseball bats with rusty nails through them. I don't know what kind of fucked up company makes that shit, but I'm getting in on the ground floor. And then Wall Street will be happy because investors will be able to make a boatload of money just before they're run out of town. It's the invisible hand of the free market putting its thumb up its ass. But honestly, we could force the media to cover this shit, to cover Wisconsin and Ohio, to cover police choking and arresting activists because they're dancing at the Jefferson Memorial, to cover the Gorilla Drive-In movie we projected on the side of the Koch Brothers Theater in New York. How do we do it? Step 1, turn off your TV. Step 2, drop your pants. Step 3, take a dump on said TV. It'll be tougher if you've got a flat screen, but you'll be thankful later that you worked out the logistics. Next, get your news elsewhere from now on. Get it from Democracy Now! Or TheRealNews.com or TruthOut.org or Alternet. You're even better off getting it from a novel like 1984 or Catch-22. Hell, get it from the schizophrenic who lives under your stairs and figures out the weather by reading the chakra of his steamed okra. You can even get your news from a Glenn Beck book. Just read it backwards and upside down while inhaling varnish fumes. And how will this make CNN cover the protests? Mainstream media goes where the money is. As sure as a heavyset 19-year-old owns a vintage t-shirt with Yoshi on it, as sure as every missing white girl must have been in the wrong place at the wrong time, while every missing black girl must have been hanging out with the wrong type of people, as sure as employees at clothing stores think you look great in that, as sure as every recent college grad better know how to run a deep fryer and a milkshake machine, as sure as the tattoo of that Chinese symbol on your arm is gonna feel a little awkward when China purchases our Federal Reserve, the mainstream media will go where the ratings and the money are like an American 8-year-old to his asthma inhaler. But whether they cover it or not, you are not alone. There are millions of us who can't see a future in the way things are going, who regardless of political affiliation are, first and foremost, anti-corporate ownership of our society, and who are willing to stand up and let it be known. So the final step to this plan, talk to people. Don't argue with them about the smaller issues. We can wait until later to sort out whether the ever-dangerous sugary candy should be allowed in the high school vending machine next to the Plan B pills and the extra AK-47 clips. Instead of doing that shit, simply tell people that corporations don't care about men or women or children. They only care about money, and then if they have a little time left over, money. And like a shirtless hair gel conduit in a Twilight movie, corporations are sucking the lifeblood out of us and leaving us with nothing to show for it but a pillaged society and a fiery case of gonorrhea. And those corporations own our lives and our political system. Tell people this and I'll bet you, you'll find an impressive number agree with you. And the truth is, the topic will come up anyway because they'll wonder why your television smells like shit and you'll say, The Bachelorette was just on. You're not alone. You're not alone. That's your moment of clarity for today. If you agree with me, forward this to friends, talk to them about it. Keep fighting.